Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to our daily dose of Success God's Way. This is Erin Harrigan, your Hustle with Heart and Health coach, helping entrepreneurs align results to God's truth and helping everyone attain lifelong results for total health with Arvon. Yes, I have my hat on. I'm taking a page out of my daughter's playbook that hanging out with your hat on keeps you even warmer. And that's a good idea because it is pretty stinking cold outside. Anyway, I want to ask you today, what are you expecting from the Lord? Are you expecting that he operates as a human and putting him in a human box? Or are you expecting that his thoughts and his ways and his plans and the way that he does things looks different than it does as a human? So I've been coming to you from Discerning the Voice of God by Priscilla Shirer. And this morning was reading about expectancy and what we expect of the Lord and how he moves in our life. And I want to take you to the book of, probably going to pronounce this wrong, Habakkuk. I'm probably pronouncing that way wrong, so please correct me. I love when I'm reading a book and it takes me to different parts of the Bible that I don't read very often, that maybe are not often quoted, and I get to see another layer of God's character. And so in her writing, what Priscilla is talking about is what are we expecting the Lord to do? Are we expecting him to show up in the big and little things in our lives? Are we expecting him to speak to us? Are we expecting him to speak to what we're going through and to answer our prayers? And when we expect, he delivers. So I want to take you to Habakkuk, and Habakkuk is really crying out to the Lord about the violence and about the people turning away from the Lord, and why is the Lord not doing anything about it? And I love the Lord's response in chapter 1, verse 3, that says, "Look among the nations and watch, be utterly astounded. For I will work a work in your days, which you would not believe, though it were told to you. So God is saying, you don't know what I'm up to. You can't possibly see what I'm up to. And the point is, he's already gone out before us and laid the groundwork for what is to happen in and around our situation. And I also want to read to you this piece from Habakkuk 2:3. For the vision is yet for the appointed time. There we go, that time piece again. Remember, we've been talking about the art of now and how everything has its time. It hastens towards the goal and will not fail. Though it tarries, wait for it, for it will certainly come and it will not delay. And I want to read to you what else she says about this here. In the face of trying circumstances, and you guys, they don't even have to be trying circumstances. It can just be that maybe your business isn't moving as fast as you thought, or it didn't happen the way you thought, or things aren't coming together the way that you thought. That's trying regardless. And an ever diminishing pool of holy expectation. Here's what this verse means. His message and its fulfillment has an appointed time. The vision hastens toward the goal. God's plans for us will not fail. They will certainly come, and they will not delay. So the question is, what are we expecting? Are we expecting that God takes delight in answering our prayers and managing and of impacting even the smallest things in our life? Or are we expecting that he's sort of human like us and not paying attention to those tiny details? Because the Lord is really paying attention to every little detail. We just can't always see him moving because it doesn't look the way we think it should look, or we're looking through the wrong lens. She also says here that A heart that continues to anticipate his movement will result in eyes that are open to see and recognize his activity in the circumstances of life. Sometimes we assume it's just a coincidence or our own idea, and we don't correlate God's work and his word with the things that are going on. But here's what we know. God is always working. God is always working, and he is busy accomplishing beyond our natural field of vision, out where only he could be doing something so complex and comprehensive that it could occur without our knowledge, yet still come to bear on our specific situation. God is working even when it doesn't look like it. So I want you to think about today, what are you expecting from the Lord? Are you expecting that he hears your prayer? Are you expecting that he's doing something in your business that you can't even see? Are you expecting that he's blessing your obedience? Are you expecting that he's going to give you the direction and what's the next right step to take? Because in all that we're learning and all that I've been sharing from this book about how we hear from the Lord, we've got to expect and anticipate that we're going to hear from him. And that gives us an excitement when we get up every day and when we take the action that he's called us to take, expecting and anticipating what next thing he's going to be doing in our business. Get down below. Let me know how this resonates with you. Let me know if you feel like this is totally off base, or if you haven't been expecting big enough from the Lord. Get on over to our Success God's Way community. Today is Welcome Wednesday. I'd love to welcome some new members to our community of entrepreneurs that are building businesses that honor God and serve his people. And please, please, please be sure that you subscribe at erinharrigan.com so you don't miss a podcast, you don't miss a blog. I have a new blog post that's going to be dropping later today. And if I can support you in this walk as your coach, as your ally, on this Hustle with Heart journey, I'd love to chat with you about Hustle with Heart coaching. And definitely remember that our next Arvon 30 Clean Eating group kicks off February 3rd, and I have room to coach 5 people through that. So if that's of interest to you, I'd love to chat with you about that as well. And with that, I wish you guys a fantastic Wednesday. I hope this really touched your heart today and brought you value, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. See ya.